Victor Grant, the kind of man who irons his socks and thinks Times New Roman is a personality, handed me a single sheet the week I proposed to his daughter. Claire. Rules for your marriage, it said. Holidays at his house. Purchases over $500. Require family leadership approval. Child rearing must follow established protocols. Disputes mediated by senior family members. Translation: Victor as CEO of our lives. Claire squeezed my arm and whispered, "Just go along with it. It's easier." Easier for whom? I grew up with parents who argued, compromised, and decided together. Victor ran his family like a franchise. If I signed up, I wasn't gaining in-laws. I was acquiring a supervisor. So I hired a lawyer, Caroline Wu, who read the manifesto, smirked, and said, "He's playing a psychological game. You don't have to play." Together we wrote a crisp, polite boundary statement. Household decisions are between Claire and me. Input welcome, authority ours. No threats, no drama, just firm lines. I carried that paper like a shield. The first crack 2 months later, Victor staged a housing summit. At his dining room, color-coded printouts, mortgage calculators, and family criteria. I slid our boundary statement across the table. He went silent. Claire looked like someone had unplugged her programming. For 6 weeks. Peace. Then Rachel, Claire's sister, had a baby, and Victor re-emerged as the grandparent general. Scheduling. Feedings, recommending our pediatrician, promising to set the discipline protocols for grandchildren who didn't exist yet. At dinner, he said, "When you two have kids, we'll do it properly." That night I told Claire, "Your dad is planning our children like a corporate rollout." She stared at the sink and whispered, "I don't know how to stop him." The money lesion email arrived. Family investment opportunity. Victor would cover 30% of our mortgage if we added him to the deed for family security. Claire called it generous. I called it a leash. I sent the most polite no of my life. Victor replied with one word: understood. The calm before a storm. The boardroom. At home next came a family meeting. Each chair held a binder. Grant family operational guidelines, holiday protocols, real estate hierarchies, child rearing rules, and financial oversight. He was trying to institutionalize himself. I stood. Not in my marriage. Dead silence. Claire went white. Victor's smile cracked. That night I slept at my buddy Jake's. Fort Knox. Caroline rebuilt our life like a fortress. Updated deeds and directives, powers of attorney, account locks, explicit Victor exclusion clauses everywhere. While digging, she found something worse. Our mortgage broker had been copying Victor on our loan emails for months. "It's illegal," she said, "and we can prove it." Now the anger wasn't hot, it was cold, sharp, useful. The apology. Dinner. Victor invited us to a sleek steakhouse to apologize. Over dessert, he pulled a folder, a co-ownership contract. He pays 30%, he owns 30%. "No," I said, loud enough that the couple at the next table paused their tiramisu. "You haven't read the terms," he murmured. "I don't need to." "We're not selling you our home." His smile vanished. "It's not personal. It's business." "You're right," I said, standing. "And our business is our own." Checkmate, politely. I invited the entire family to our place for Sunday. Dinner, pot roast, laughter, the illusion of normalcy. After dessert, I set a folder in front of Victor. Inside. Printed emails from the broker proving he'd been secretly looped in. Our boundary statement, a timeline of attempted interference, and a letter from Caroline explaining the legal exposure of sharing confidential financial information without consent. "There's something we need to clear up," I said. "Tonight." He flipped through the pages. The room went still. "This is how this ends," I told him, calm as a winter lake. "No co-ownership, no family leadership, no secret CCs. Our home, our finances, our future. Ours. You want to be in our lives? Be a father and a grandfather, not a landlord, not a manager, not a shadow on every decision. Rachel stared at the emails like they were in a language she finally understood. Mike exhaled for the first time in months. Claire's eyes filled, not with fear this time, but relief and something like recognition. Victor set the papers down. For once, he didn't have a speech, just a long look at a family no longer orbiting his gravity. We'll follow up in writing, I added, through counsel. Caroline insisted I say that part. He nodded once, no bluster, no rules, just a man finally meeting a boundary he couldn't bulldoze. TL. My father-in-law tried to run our marriage with a rule book, a deed-grabbing gift, and even secret access to our mortgage emails. I hired a razor-sharp lawyer, drew hard lines, locked down our legal life, and confronted him with receipts in front of the whole family. The control ended where our boundaries began.